The Coach's Corner, South Knox head coach Mark Rohr. Coach, coming off a big win over the county rivals this week. Always fun to beat the other team in the county, right?
Yeah, it sure was, and it was a real exciting game. The teams combined for 24 threes. We made 12, they made 12 as well. A lot of points scored. It was a really up and down type game. We were very fortunate to come out on top.
Well, you had one guy making them all night. Started 13 for his first 13.
Right.
Austin Severs had a career night.
Yeah, and you know, obviously scoring 87 points, we had to have some good individual performances. We said after the game in the locker room, it was a very good team win, but at the same time, we had some individual performances, especially Austin Severs, like you mentioned. Had 33 points to go with 7 rebounds. And what was even more impressive about those 33 is that he made his first 13 shots, 7 of them being three-pointers. He missed one in the fourth quarter. That kind of kept him from a perfect night, I guess. But he had a really, really nice night. Obviously, we kind of talked about earlier off air that it wasn't necessarily expected that he was going to, score for 33. But at the same time, I wasn't really surprised whenever he got hot like that because he has the capability of doing it.
Incredible performance. Coach, in your first year last year, took some lumps,
Sure.
but you bring everybody back, and I know you're excited about your ball club. What's to like about it?
Sure, and I think our depth and the amount of weapons that we can put on the court at one time of scoring the basketball, really. After Austin Severs the other night, we had a sophomore, Isaiah Stafford, who's a guard. He was our leading scorer as a freshman last year. He had 17 points on just 6 of 7 shooting. Only shot it 7 times and still had 17. He really kind of took over in the fourth quarter after North Knox made a nice little run. Andrew Scott's a 6'5" junior for us. He was our second leading scorer last year. He had 16 points the other night, and he had 15 in the game against Sullivan. Colton Houchin, who was a starting guard last year, he had 10 points, didn't make a shot, but he was 10 for 10 from the line the other night against North Knox, really kind of iced it at the end with his free throws. He also added 8 assists. And then we got really good role players. We have 3 seniors in Nick Burke, Chad Thompson, and Tucker Welton that are really good role players. They do their job well. They're big and strong. And then we bring Mason Gay off the bench as well as a guard. He plays his role nice. He started a little slow shooting the basketball, but I think he's going to pick it up here very soon.
Coach, if my math is right, you had 2 guys go 19 of 21 from the field on Friday night. That's
Yeah.
got to be – you have to be getting good shots. Happy with the way they're sharing the basketball early on?
Oh, obviously. We had 20 assists the other night against North Knox. That was one of our big points of emphasis after Sullivan. We kind of feel we didn't necessarily play very well against Sullivan in that opener. They're a very, very good basketball team, but we didn't really share the ball like we thought that we could have. And Sullivan had a lot to do with that, with the style of defense they play. But we wanted to make sure that we were a really good passing basketball team, and with 20 assists, I'm not sure how many made field goals, but a pretty good percentage of them were off the assists. That was really nice to see that. Obviously, we had guys make some shots, but we had guys that set them up well as well.
Awesome. Looking forward to seeing some more big things from South Knox basketball this year. Thanks for joining me, Coach.
All right.
For now, that's it for Sports News 10. We'll be right back.